Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. I'm here again. I want to talk about the same thing. I'm going to continue to do this uh, as much as possible, maybe every couple of weeks or maybe once a month or maybe even more often. It's about Wreaths across Puerto Rico. I talked about in the last video, if you've seen it or not seen it, about Wreaths across America, how what I sponsor, Wreaths Across Puerto Rico, is affiliated with Wreaths Across America. And es la ceremonia, the ceremony where we honor our veterans who are resting in peace in Puerto Rico, in the Bayamón National Cemetery. It is done every year in December, and it's a campaign to raise funds. Well, not really raising funds, but you're actually buying a wreath to put on the gravestones over there in Puerto Rico National Cemetery. What a lot of people don't know is that if you have family members that are buried there or friends, you can actually sponsor a wreath and in their name, and then I will contact Puerto Rico and let them know that you sponsor a wreath in their name, and that way they will ensure that they'll put a wreath in your family member's gravesite or friend's gravesite in Puerto Rico. But you have to let me know, because I have to let them know in time so they're able to do that. Because what happens is that, being that there's 50,000 grave sites, okay, and let's say that Puerto Rico at that time only has sponsored, let's say 5,000, 6,000, whatever the number may be that year. That means that only 5,000 or 6,000 grave sites are going to be honored that day, the same day that Wreaths Across America around all the United States everybody does it the same day. Only 5,000 or 6,000 grave sites out of 50,000 are going to be honored. So that means that the rest are going to be left out. But if you decide that you want to sponsor a wreath and you want to ensure that your family is recognized that day, then you gotta let me know, and then I will let them know. So that way, we'll make sure that we'll place a wreath in your loved one's gravesite. The wreath used to be $15, now they're $17. It's not really nothing. Okay, it's only una corona, it's only a wreath. It's like $17 is not really a lot of money. And you say, well, Jimmy, why are you starting this campaign so early? Here we're in April. We're in the beginning of April, and the campaign is not. I mean, the ceremony is not to December, because out of experience, I realized that even if I start in the summer, it is still too late to try to reach everybody, so they can go ahead and donate. Now, if you feel like you don't want to donate now because it's too early, that's fine. But this is just a reminder to make sure that there is a deadline at the end of November to ensure that that wreath is placed during the third week of December, before La Navidad, before Christmas, that wreath will be placed at that gravesite in Bayamón National Cemetery. So I'll keep coming back to remind people about this campaign. It's a great campaign. They do it every year. Across the United States, and Puerto Rico is included. It's a great way to honor those that either died in wars or that completed their military service and are buried at a national cemetery. I mentioned in my last video, you got people there from World War II, the Korean War, including Borinqueniers, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and the present, that have died and are buried in their cemetery. Another thing I want to mention, that my sponsorship has done a deal with Wreaths Across America, that for every 2 wreaths that are sponsored through my site, Wreaths Across America will donate 1. So that totals to 3. So that's why I always say to everybody, 1 plus 1 equals 3. And when I say that to somebody, they think I'm crazy. No, 1 plus 1 don't equal 2. But when it's concerning Wreaths across Puerto Rico and sponsoring a wreath, a corona, 1 plus 1 equals 3. Because every 2 that I able to sponsor through your donations, te regalan, they give you another one, the third one. So right now we have 18 wreaths sponsored through my website. My goal is to reach a minimum of 100, okay? I remember years ago when I first started this campaign right after Hurricane Maria, Puerto Rico as a whole, barely made 100, which is sad when they have 50,000 gravesites. But now, thank God, with other sponsorships and other people spreading the word in Puerto Rico, they're in the thousands, okay? My goal in my lifetime is to one day actually see 50,000 plus, in other words, all the grave sites in our national cemetery be honored with a wreath on Wreaths Across America Day. That's what I'm calling it, in December. I mean, I think it's doable if everybody, will take this serious. So again, I'm here to bother you about this campaign. Spread the word. I'll come back every once in a while and remind everybody. Like and subscribe on my channel. It's a new channel, if I could make it grow. I always forget to say that in the beginning, but hey, it is what it is. Like and subscribe, and I hope that you join me, all you veterans out there that have served your country. You know what it is to honor somebody, okay? You know the deal, okay? I don't know if some of you have ever done been participated in a ceremony dealing with burying somebody and that honor of actually being in that occasion when they play tops and they fold the flag. But this is a way for you to honor those that served before us and are resting in peace at the National Cemetery. So I'll leave the link on the bottom. I have a fan page on Facebook called Wreaths Across Puerto Rico, and I also have a link that when you click on it, it links to Wreaths Across America, so your donations, Wreaths Across America will get notified about it, and they will make a wreath in your name, okay? So, thank God, everybody. God bless, and that'll be it.